Yeah, no? No, I think. Huh?
I don't need this, right? All right, you got me? Text, check, good. David A. Torres, Torres, criminal defense attorney. Logan August, AUGUST.
Do you think the sentence was fair?
I do. And I think what you have to do is, when you look at the sentencing memo and understand the reason why we did what we did, and the whole intent is just to show the court his type of character, to show that he's extremely remorseful for what happened, and that he could, in fact, he does have a lot in himself to give back to our community. By the way, who am I looking at? Which 17?
Middle.
Okay, all right.
For Logan, that judge stood there and said that he walked into that courtroom this morning believing that police corruption crimes are prison cases, not probation cases, and proceeded to give you probation. What are you thinking as he's telling you that?
Well, I think this is, for me, actions speak louder than words, and my actions that got me here, those spoke for where I was at that time in my life, and those decisions that I chose to do myself were horrible. But since that time, I've decided to show my children how to correct a wrong, at least to the best of our ability, which is, this can't be something that I let weigh me down and not do anything as a father or as a husband or as somebody in Bakersfield or Kern County. I want my kids and I want my other family members to see that there is more to life than messing up and then letting that bring you down for the rest of your entire life. For me, I want my story to be something that other cops can go, I'm not going to do that because of Logan, and I can ask him questions if I have to. Or look at this guy, he could be in prison right now, but he's actually giving back and he's helping. And that's truly where my heart's been at prior to coming out in the media. My heart was to give back to the community of Bakersfield and let my kids see it. I grew up in Bakersfield, I've always been from there. And that's where my heart's at. I'm not lying when I say that. If anybody knows me or been around me in the past 2.5 years, like, that's truly where my heart's at. I'm not making this up so I get out of trouble or anything. Even if I went to jail today, I told the judge, if he sent me to jail, then God's got a plan and I'm going to use it for his glory. And that means me actually living those words. So I don't know, that's just where I see myself, and I think the judge was able to see that, I guess. I hope that's what he saw.
It seemed like there was a huge tone shift from the judge about halfway through. What were you, do you anticipate a prison term when you started out with the oath and the badge and former law enforcement and everything else? There was a huge shift right there in the middle.
Yeah, I could tell with what he was saying that he came out and he had it on his heart that I was gonna be an example today, and rightfully so. I think anything that has to deal with what we're dealing with, it's serious, and it is what it is. I agree everything with the judge that the judge had to say. I agree. If I were to go to jail, I would agree with that. But at the same time, he saw something different, and it was crazy when he said that. I was as surprised as you were. I truly was.
Thinking back to the crime here, we don't know all of the details, but you were making a salary that would have been enviable for a lot of people in Kern County, and the crime had a relatively small payout. This looks like kind of a backwards risk-reward formula for those of us that are just looking at it.
Yeah.
Can you go into what the decision was as you're doing it?
Okay.
Look, it was an act that was committed. He is extremely remorseful. We've talked about this, and he's talked to you folks about it. It's in our sentencing statement, but it's something that he's extremely remorseful for.
What would you say to community members who think that you should have gone to this?
Well, it's been very interesting because in 2017 we get to hear everybody's thoughts and everybody's concerns and everybody's beliefs, and 100% I believe that they are entitled to that, and I would agree with it to a sense. You know what I mean? I think we're all, you know, allowed to state our feelings and everything like that. You know, in this case, the judge ruled in my favor, and the judge saw something, and I'm just appreciative of that because I get a second chance with my children. I get a second chance as a husband and as a community member of Kern County.
You put yourself out there a lot on social media. How do your family see today? Why do you
For me, this is not the most glamorous way to give back to the community or to show that I'm a Christian or that things. This is what I've been given, and I have one opportunity to do it right and to show my children, like I said, and show my wife and to show the rest of the community that I am serious about what I say. And like I said, it's not the most glamorous. I could have chosen a million other ways to give back to the community or show people that I'm serious about giving back or this or that, but this is what I've been given. And I think when the rubber meets the road, I'm trying my best, and I want people to see that this is my heart and this is what I want to do. I want to give back, and I want to do it the right way.
You began to touch on it a little bit in there with the judge, but how do you plan to perform your community service effort? What do you hope to do to give back?
In the past, I owned a gym, and it was a gym of about 200 people, and we used to give back to philanthropic endeavors with cancer and Give 5, which is autism, and all of the above. I recently had a chance to go into Jason's retreat, and there's just so many young men who are dealing with substance abuse. But the bigger picture is I was a child of somebody who dealt with drug abuse issues, and he didn't have an opportunity to be there because he was addicted to drugs. And so I've been able to go in and just share, like, hey, these kids, if you were to reach out to your kid and just say I love you at the end of the day, like, you're doing way more than you would do if you're just sitting here guilty and feeling like you're, you know, some bad father. And so for me moving forward is I want to be a positive influence to these guys who have they're on probation like me, or they're dealing with some sort of a conviction or something that's keeping them out of being with their family, and just showing them little ways that they can be an impact on their kids. For me, I would have given $1 million to have my dad tell me that he loved me at night. I didn't get that, and I get my dad back now as a 31-year-old today. But then I wish somebody would have spoken into my dad's life and told him, hey, call your son, tell him you love him. Call your daughters, tell him you love them. Show up for a birthday or this or that. And if I can even impact one family or a group of kids just because I told their dad, like, hey, just give him a call and tell him you love him, then for me that's going to be huge. And that's where I see myself moving forward. If I get an opportunity to work with groups, then amen, I'll do it. But as of right now, you know, my name's got a little bit of tarnish with it, you know, and so if I get to go in and work with people who are addicted to drugs and whatever, then that's where I want to be. So.
And we saw you and Derek kind of share a moment where you said we're still best friends, we're still involved in each other's lives. Obviously we saw with Demasio and Patrick Mara, they said they were friends, this ripped them apart. Why have you guys made this work? What has it been like in this process getting to today?
Me and Derek, from the get-go, we've gone through everything together. We started our careers together, and then we advanced together. But Derek is truly my brother. He is somebody that I love and respect. But like I addressed with his family, this is something that I could have taken an opportunity where Derek's family was hurting for money, where they were hurting, and I could have been a positive influence on his life. And in turn, I helped, you know, in a sense, kind of corrupt him a little bit. You know what I mean? And I gave him bad influences. And me realizing that early and accepting that and trying to work with Derek, we've leaned on each other throughout this entire time. It's not his fault that I'm here, and I think he feels the same way. But I'm so apologetic to his family because I could have impacted him in a way better way, but I chose not to. And you know, we're both paying for that now. But I love him with all my heart. He's my best friend, and I love his wife and his kids. That'll never change.
Some questions. One of the things your wife spoke about inside that room was the culture of Sheriff Department narcotics unit. Do you think that the sheriff's department has a larger problem with deputies such as yourself that abuse the rules? Is there a culture problem there?
No. No. And for me, that only speaks to me. And I think what my wife got to see was as you heard her mention, I'm driven when it comes to anything I do. And when I dove into the narcotics unit, I dove in head first 100%, and that changed me. And when she talks about those dark times, she's talking specifically about me. But as far as the sheriff's department, all the men and women there, I love them with all my heart, and they work hard. And I am that 1%. Everybody else I worked with, they work their butts off, and they truly love what they do. And the sheriff's department promotes that for them. And I was never encouraged to be this way by anybody that I worked with.
At the end, the judge asked the bride to stand up. Plus, he's proud of them for not. I think it's his word was packing up the U-Haul, getting out of there. What do you think about that? That's not something you usually see at the end of a sentence.
Yeah, and I agree 100% with the judge on that. My wife should have left a long time ago. And in the same breath, the reason that my marriage is still here and that my kids are still here by my side is because of my wife and her prayers and her sticking with me through this time. Little did she know that the prayers that she prayed for me 3 years ago, and I kind of, it's funny, I blame this on her. I'm like, you prayed so hard that this had to come true. But I firmly, like I told the judge, I'm thankful that this has happened because I get a second chance as a husband, I get a second chance as a father, and I wouldn't change it for the world. If you go back and say, hey, you're not going to get caught, just leave, I wouldn't change that. I want to go through this, and I want to be the husband that I am now. I want to be the father that I am now. And it's because of my wife and her prayers and her not leaving and packing up the U-Haul and just telling my kids that I'm some jerk that ruined their life.
Can you name the names and ages of the two boys that were standing next to you a few moments ago?
Dane, he's 11, and Kelly, he's 8.
Is that D-A-N-E?
D-A-Y-N-E.
And you kind of mentioned it is the 1%, but obviously now this has been 4 through BPD and KCSO that have been through the court system for drugs. Is there any more to your knowledge? Is this something that's going to be happening again?
No, absolutely not. Not in regards to anything I had anything to do with. This was it.
All right, guys, that's it.
Thank you.
What is K-E-L-L-Y?
K-E-L-I.
K-E-L-I,
L-I.
thank you.
Thank you. I'm your friend. And then my husband, Frank, we're looking at brother. Yeah. Yeah. Doghouse.
Cops plead guilty to stealing and selling drugs. Flex blue privilege will not go to jail. In a blow to justice and a nail in the coffin that is police accountability, 2 drug-dealing cops avoid any real punishment for pleading guilty to drug conspiracy. By Matt Agarist, August 8, 2017. Fresno, CA. In a massive blow to justice and a nail in the coffin that is police accountability, 2 former cops who pleaded guilty to arresting people for drugs, stealing those drugs, and selling them for themselves, will not see a single day behind bars. As the Free Thought Project reported in May, former sheriff's deputies Logan August and Derek Penny pleaded guilty to a massive conspiracy in which they would arrest people for selling drugs only to turn around and use those drugs to enrich themselves. Follow. Kyle Harvey heavy checkmark at Kyle Harvey on. Breaking, Logan August, Derek Penny receive probation, community service sentences in police corruption case. 1:56 p.m., August 7, 2017. 11 reply 33 retweets 11 like. Twitter adds info and privacy. According to a press release from the U.S. Attorney's Office, Eastern District of California, August and Penny conspired with a former detective to steal several pounds of cannabis from storage and sell it through a confidential informant. Advertisement. According to court documents, between June 2014 and October 2014, while sworn peace officers working with the Kern County Sheriff's Office, KCSO, August and Penny abused their positions of trust and authority by conspiring with former Bakersfield Police Department Detective Patrick Mara and an individual who previously worked as a confidential informant for August, and others, to steal marijuana from a KCSO storage unit and sell it for unlawful personal gain. August and Penny pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute and possess with the intent to distribute marijuana, and they were facing a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. However, as yesterday's sentencing showed, they will spend no time in jail and will pay no fines. Read more: Cops arrest innocent, sober people for DUI, based only on a hunch. As Bakersfield Now reports, in a candid exchange with August, Judge Lawrence O'Neill admitted he was convinced during August's plea to go against his initial judgment. As a judge, I have to ask, is this person sorry more because he got caught or because of what they did? I'm convinced you're sorry because of what you did, he said. When I entered the courtroom, I intended to say in this case that when an officer breaches the law, it is a prison case, not a probation case. However, that was not the case. When those who are tasked with enforcing the law are caught breaking that law, they should be held to a higher standard than regular citizens. But, in law enforcement, it is the opposite. I'm just appreciative of that, because I get a second chance with my children, I get a second chance as a husband, and as a community member in Kern County, August said. Sadly, for the people August arrested and robbed of their marijuana, they will not get a second chance. The people August and Penny arrested and threw in a cage did not break any public trust, they were simply selling a plant to willing customers. It was Penny and August who betrayed the public, yet they are the ones walking free. August has a history of using the power of the state to oppress others and profit from it. According to court documents, he routinely participated in marijuana eradication operations, only to turn around and sell the stolen plants for hefty sums. On 10 separate occasions between March 2014 and December 2014, August wrongfully took marijuana from a law enforcement eradication operation for personal gain. August distributed to his former confidential informant the equivalent of 25 pounds of usable marijuana wrongfully taken from these law enforcement eradication operations. August received $15,000 from the sale of this marijuana. Read more: Not just a few bad apples, Bill Maher calls out police across the U.S. If the common citizen was busted for conspiring to sell 25 pounds of pot, rest assured they would be rotting in a jail cell right now. In fact, TFTP has reported on countless stories of SWAT raids in which people were shot or killed that recovered only a few grams of cannabis. However, if you are on that thin blue line, rest assured, you can commit the same crimes that would land the common man in jail while never worrying about doing any time. Your profession, that's gone. The pension is gone. The respect is gone, said the judge. However, unlike all the people August and Penny busted to profit for themselves, their freedom is not gone.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
For life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
wow.
been on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So But getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from Remedy is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.